What's up guys, and surprise, it's the Iron Man Mark 85 and Pepper Potts Rescue 2-pack. Bet you guys didn't see this coming. Well, to be honest, neither did I literally just got this today. But either way, you guys have been wanting to see this, and so have I. So let's get this review started. Starting with box front, the open window shows the awesomeness that awaits, and I really dig that glam shot there. Here's one side, the top, the other side, and the bottom with the UPC. And here's back with an in-your-face glam shot of the Iron Duo, and seriously, whoever's drawing this for Marvel needs a raise. I really like it. Here's some words if you want to read it, and the other figures that I already have. Command, this is Foxtrot Sierra Sierra. Are we clear to open package?
Foxtrot Sierra Sierra, you're clear to open.
Copy that, Command. And there they are, guys, the Iron Man in his Mark 85 and Pepper Potts in her rescue armor. Now, I think Rescue here is the coolest figure in this pack, so we're going to take a closer look at her first. Now, starting with her head, we get a fantastic sculpt. There's so much details, and kudos to the Marvel Studios art department for designing such an awesome helmet. It's like both robotic and feminine at the same time, and I really dig it. Her face has a nice metallic champagne gold to it, and a little bit of silver too on the edges there, although the top here, I think they kind of blotched the paint a little bit, so that's a bummer. And there's some chips over here, but that's kind of battle damage, and the eyes look pretty great too. And now on to the awesome body armor. The design just gets better and better, and I love all the intricate sculpting details they added to her body, and the plastic that they chose to mold it in is actually this nice blue, which I really like. It's kind of purplish, lavender actually, now that I think about it, but they chose a smooth finish for it that gives it a nice shiny look, which is perfect since it's supposed to be shiny armor. And you get more of this awesome champagne gold there with a little bit of silver at the top and the bottom here, and of course her arc reactor. And moving to the back, we get more superb sculpting. There's just so much detail that it's insane. I mean, just look at all that sculpting that they put into it. Even on the top, they got her little, looks like a backpack thing, which we all know, like in the movie, some sort of super repulsor pops out of it, so it's fitting. You can see how it's kind of popping out there. You can see the thickness of it. And she's got some more champagne gold there, and this edge though is a little bit meh, but oh well, it still looks good. Then you got the silver right up there. And her arm is equally detailed with lots of nice sculpting and some more champagne gold there, although the gold's only on the outside. There's none on the inside, unfortunately, but there's details, which is nice. I do like these little perforated dots right here. They look pretty cool, and it looks like she has what seems to be a handguard over her hand, which is in a repulsor blast mode, which is nice. Lots of detail in her fingers as well, and this hand is actually in a closed fist, which isn't too bad. Still got the detail there, the repulsor little blast port there, and then there's more of that hand guard. Looks pretty cool. And here's a closer look at her legs that have more of that nice lavender plastic and more nice champagne gold to them. The upper legs have lots of nice detail and sculpting to it, and even on the back there's not much paint applications, but there is nice sculpting details. Even her knees there have that nice detail. And it looks like you get some silver there and champagne gold on the upper thigh there. But what's really cool is, check this out. Usually they have a front and back application, but this goes all the way around. It's one single paint application, which is like, whoa. And her lower legs have some champagne gold highlights under her knees there. And check this out. There's actually a very precisely and thinly applied strip of silver that starts there, goes all the way down and terminates right there, which, I mean, I would imagine that's a very difficult paint application to do. And I mean, this is a $10 figure. Well, it's a $20 2-pack, but still $10 a piece. So I'm surprised they would do that on this figure. I mean, they really pulled out the stops on this. And there's the bottom of her feet with the Lego Jumbo. And for articulation, her head rotates in a circle like all do, and she has a pretty decent amount of side to side and up and down. And her arm rotates 360 and has a 90-degree shoulder joint as well as a 90-degree elbow joint, and it also spins, although it does get caught on the little lip right here on her elbow, as you can see, but it's nice because at full extension the joint disappears. And her legs go that far forward and about 1 degree back, not very much, and it's made of that kind of bendy plastic material. Same thing as her arm here, as you can see, it pretty bendy, although her torso is nice and hard. And for accessories, she comes with this cool repulsor blast effect here, which is kind of nice. It has this icy look to it, although it's kind of weird because, as you can see, it's like her repulsor blast had a repulsor blast, which had another repulsor blast, so it's like her repulsor blast had babies or something, which is kind of weird. I don't really get it, but it's pretty cool looking, extremely bendy, and it's actually pretty thick, so I don't think it would be too, it shouldn't tear that easily, considering that it's like so many branches. But yeah, I like it. And there's actually a proper way to put it into her hand there. You just slot the little peg into her hand. And if you look here, there's a little slot right there. Like if you spin it around, it doesn't really fit. But once you get next to that slot that's designed for her thumb, whooping, perfect fit all the way around. Nice and flush and looks great. And here's what she looks like with her repulsor blast attached, and it looks really, really cool. It's really long too. Pew, pew, pew. All right, now it's time for Iron Man. Now, some of you may have already noticed, but for those of you who haven't, this new Mark 85 figure is only partially new. It's actually using the exact same sculpt as the Infinity War Mark 50 Hero Vision. And I mean exact, like the only difference is literally just the paint job. Just everything else is the same, except for the head sculpt. The head is like, not even the paint is different. It's the exact same head sculpt. You just interchange them. In fact, it's also the exact same head sculpt they used on the Endgame Quantum Suit Iron Man. So I mean, Hasbro seriously milked the bejesus out of this Iron Man head sculpt. But whatevs, the new paint job on the Mark 85 actually looks really nice, so let's go and take a closer look at it. Now, starting with the head, I actually popped them all off so you can see that they are exactly the same. I mean, it doesn't matter what angle you look at, they're all just like, you can't tell a difference. The only real difference you'll probably be able to see is just, you know, the paint application quality, but aside from that, they're all the same. And I actually don't remember which head goes to which one, but honestly, I don't think anyone's gonna notice. And moving into the body, you only get gold applications right there on the hips and on the arc reactor, and that is it. Nothing on the back either. Now, the Hero Vision version actually had substantially more paint. You can see how he has paint there, and there's actually some blue on the inside as well. And then, oh, and on the top here, forgot about that. And there's blue on the inside, check that out. And on the back, there's actually so much paint on the Mark 50 there. It's just like, what? But then again, this one has the new gold arms. And ooh, do they look good. You guys know I like gold, so this is definitely my favorite. Just look at that huge, ample, like liberally applied gold. It's gorgeous. Nothing on the hand there though, which is a bummer, but honestly, that's the way it looked in the movie, so that's not wrong. And then you got some silver highlights there. That looks awesomely gold as well. And then the legs have tons more gold. Just look at all that gold. It's like, ooh, gold rush right here. And you actually get a little bit of silver right there as well, so it's not just all gold. So you get a little bit, you know, except on the back there, it's just like they just totally just cut it off. It's like, man, you get a little Lego jumbo there, man. And then the bottom legs don't have anything. And then there's the bottom there of the feet. And here he is again next to the Mark 15. As you can see, the legs, like, it does a reverse. While the torso on this one had lots of paint compared to this, the legs just like, look at that. All you get here is just a little bit of gold paint there, a little blue dot, and some silver, and there's nothing after that. This one just like, whoo, ooh-wee, just, ooh. Now, if you happen to have some gold paint lying around, or if you just grab some, you can actually turn the Mark 50 into the Mark 85, but you won't get rescue if you do that. Unless you don't care about rescue, then, you know, we can't be friends. And now for articulation. It's the same as a Mach 50 with his head rotating in a good amount of side to side and up and down. His arm rotates in a circle, his shoulder goes up really high, and his elbow has a 90-degree bend that spins in a circle, but just like rescue, gets caught on the lip there, but also makes the joint disappear. And his leg goes that far forward and probably, oh actually, well, yeah, this one goes really far back. I forgot about that. Woo, look at that. Woo, super splits, yeehaw. And just like rescue, the legs are a bit bendy, but his arm is actually a little bit stiffer. I don't know if it's because it actually is stiffer or if it's just thicker. And his torso is hard. And for accessories, he comes with this thing here. I kind of not really sure what it is there, but he comes with it. And it's actually the exact same as the Mark 50 Hero Vision version. Like, literally zero difference. No new paint. No nothing. The only difference is the Hero Vision version came with the Infinity Stone, but once you take that off, they're exactly the same. Oh, I miss Hero Vision. And the clear blue pieces here are nice and soft and bendy there, as you can see, so you don't have to worry about hurting anybody with them.
Oh, that hurt a little bit, slightly. Not really, because I have armor on. It didn't hurt at all.
Now, cool thing about having both of these figures now is you can recreate that awesome scene in the Endgame movie. Oh, my arms got twisted. Now one cool thing I want to show you guys is some head swapping options that you can do. Not so much on this guy though, because I mean, you know, his head pops off and you know the ball joint fits the Hero Vision Wave 1, and then you know it fits the Mark 50 and also the Quantum Suit figure and stuff. You can watch their reviews right up here, I'll have them linked and you can see all that head swapping action. Now the real cool head swapping action is with Rescue. And that manifests itself through the Endgame Basic Captain Marvel. Now, as we all know from her review, and as you can see now, her face has zero resemblance to Brie Larson. If you want resemblance, you'll have to get the Marvel Legends version. But they have the exact same size head ball joint, and if this head can pass for Brie Larson, then it might as well pass for Gwyneth Paltrow too. Alright, let's go and pop her head right on here. As you can see, it fits just fine. Okay, there we go. Popped in there. Might as well put this head on Captain Marvel. Alright, now the only thing about this one is that her head sits really low on the neck, so it looks like she has no neck. It looks kind of weird. And what you can do here, you can actually, the hair kind of gets in the way, but if you move it out of the way, it gets this kind of really cool, like just kind of flared out look. But then, as you saw earlier, you can move the hair forward and then make it look like that. So it kind of works. It's a helmetless Rescue. But another option is to just let it rest on top of the ball joint instead of popping it on, and it looks a little bit better there. You can see what that looks like from the side. It looks kind of weird because the hair goes over the little backpack, but you know, overall it's actually not too bad. And if you use the binary Captain Marvel head, you get the Flame On version of Gwyneth Paltrow from Iron Man 3. And now for some comparisons. Here they are next to some Marvelous Legends, as well as the SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark 50 and Figuarts Infinity War Thanos. And here they are next to some Spider-Man Far From Home Basic Figuarts. Here's some Endgame Basic figures. And here's the Disney Store Toy Box Mickey Mouse, the owner of Marvel Studios. Well guys, this is one sweet 2-pack. Even though Iron Man is just a repacked Mark 50 with a new paint job, the Rescue figure really makes this pack. And the new paint job on Iron Man is pretty cool too, so that's still a win. Anywho dudes, I still have Endgame Wave 2 figures to review, and the Scale Armor Captain America is currently dominating the voting poll, so unless things change, he will be next. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and
I am Iron Man.